Your budget is a passport to a healthy financial life. It's how you control your money instead of letting it control you. Welcome back to another monthly budget with me video. We're going to be planning out September. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do a zero-based budget and a percent-based budget as well as a values-based budget. I have three budgeting types that I now incorporate into my one monthly budget, and also I do weekly budgets. So if you're interested in seeing how I do that, let's jump on the Excel sheet. Hello everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to Enjoying Life's Journey, a channel where you can learn how to budget, save, invest, pay off debt, and still enjoy life, because let's face it, girls just want to have fun. So if any of those sound interesting to you, or if you want to better manage your money so you can have more financial freedom to do the things that matter most to you, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to further support the growth of this channel, you can check out the links I've left in the description below, or you can like this video, share it with a friend, and leave me a comment with more video topics you'd like me to cover in the future. So like I mentioned, we are going to be budgeting out September. So this is a budget template that I have created. It has evolved over the years, and like I mentioned, I now incorporate zero-based budget, which basically means we're going to tell every dollar that we make where to go. And then we do a percent-based budget. So we're going to have different categories that we're trying to focus on only spending a certain percent in that category. And then we have value-based budget, meaning we're going to make sure that our values are in our budget so we don't have any regrets or anything like that on the fact that we spent money, because it's on something that we value. And also when you're doing this, you can kind of see what things maybe you have in your current budget that are not reflecting your values, so you might want to change those if you can. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to see, what do we plan on making for the month of September. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up for you. So my husband's base pay, you can see here we have 4 Fridays, so he gets paid basically $19.75 an hour for a 40-hour work week. So $3,160 is what he should make for his base pay. And then they also work 10 hours. Basically, they're doing Monday through Friday 10 hours, so that's 2 hours of overtime a day. So 10 hours of overtime for the whole for each week. So he should have about roughly $1,120.39 worth of overtime. That's about time and a half of his regular pay. This a lot of times ends up going up because they have started working on Saturdays as well, so we'll see. Myself, I am self-employed, so I bring over half of whatever I make from self-employment. So I'm anticipating $543.97. This can also fluctuate. Mostly, I pretty much know what my YouTube income is for the month, but I don't know exactly how much I'll be making with Instacart and DoorDash until I'm kind of, working, but I estimate, I'm trying to do at least $100 a week for that. Bonus, this is every quarter I pay our personal budget a bonus out of our self-employment. So if you're interested in seeing my self-employment income, I do share those income expense reports with you once a month here on my channel as well. We should be able to bring over $194.38 as a bonus. If you like getting bonuses, then definitely leave a comment down below saying, yes, we love bonuses. Cash back, so this is cash back from our Discover card. We anticipate $15.36. This is always just a total estimate. Some of the things that we purchase earn 2%, some earn 1%. So I kind of just go off of 1%. So I kind of lowball what I'm expecting. And this is our monthly interest from our savings accounts from our bank. And I basically just put what we made in August for September, so $3.62. So this should be going up because we are rebuilding our emergency fund. So then what you see here, we have our total. And then what I have it do now is that I'm going to tell every dollar where to go. But first, I'm going to put it into my percent-based budget. So I've got these categories off of T. Harv Eker, who wrote The Secrets to a Millionaire Mind. It's called the 6 money jar method. So this is kind of what I'm using. So he has within your pay yourself first category, you're going to have your financial freedom, your long-term savings, and then your personal development, your education. So we've actually taken out personal development education from this scenario because now my self-employment income covers my personal development, my self-development. And then my husband's employer, he actually gets on-the-job training, and they also pay for his apprenticeship program. So we do not have to pay out of pocket for that, which is nice. So our Pay Ourselves First right now consists of our financial freedom, which is our 401k, and our long-term savings, which currently is our emergency fund. So we're doing 12%. Our goal is to have this up to maybe 25% of our income, or at least 20% of our income, maybe 30% of our income once we have some of our other debts paid off. So that's going to bring $604.53. So basically, we would have to decide what's going into the 401k and what's going into the emergency fund to tell all of that $600 where to go to equal a zero. So we're going to come back to that in a second. The next category we have here is our giving. So we are normally trying to do 5% to giving. However, we have a value-based item that we need to budget for out of September, and so you're going to see that in the necessities. So we've actually changed that. But in general, this would be 1% is $50.38. So the only thing we have in September that's giving related is my dad's birthday. So we're basically going to get him a gift card, and that will probably be it for September. Coming down to necessities, our ultimate goal would be to get this down to 55%. Realistically, the way we have, because of some of our values of still purchasing furniture and stuff for the house, and some of the values as far as Ricky having a truck, so now we have a truck loan, our necessities is fluctuating between like 65 and 70. So for this month, we're doing 70% into our necessities. So that's $3,526 that we need to tell where to go within our necessities. These are the categories that we have. So I'm going to show you how I break that down here in a minute. I would love to hear from you guys. Are you doing a zero-based budget? Leave me a 1 in the comments below. If you're doing a percent-based budget, leave me a 2 in the comments below. And if you're doing a value-based budget, leave me a 3 in the comments below. Or if you have a combination of them, go ahead and leave the corresponding number. So 1 is zero-based budget, 2 is percent-based budget, and 3 is value-based budget. As you can see, we're using all 3 of them. And then our other category now we have is debt payoff. So we're actually categorizing our debt payoff with our mortgage and our truck. We're just kind of counting it all as debt. A lot of people are only going to count consumer debt and then focus on the mortgage. We're focusing on the mortgage first because we will save the most amount of money in the long run in terms of our future goals. So that's kind of something you guys have to decide for yourself. But right now for this month, we're saying that we should be able to do 7%. So we should be able to do about $352. So we could choose to pay this on the truck, the mortgage, or both of them, and we'll see what we're going to do here in a minute. And then our last category is our fun category. So we're doing 10% for fun, and that brings us to $503 for that. So now let's see how we're going to zero base this, or maybe I'll talk about the values as we go down in those categories as well. So let's come back up to our paying ourselves first. So like I mentioned, we have to decide what we're going to do. So we're setting my husband's 401k at 8% before taxes, and that is our bare minimum number because for us to reach our financial freedom number, we need to invest a minimum of $300 a month into that type of a vehicle for our financial future, and the goal would be to get it up to $600, which then we could have our financial freedom, financial abundance number. But we know minimum we need at least $300 going into that. So we can see here now we have $342.43 going into the 401k. So we're in a safe spot there, and then the remainder of that $600 will go into the emergency fund. So $262.10 will go into the emergency fund. All right, so now giving, as you can imagine, we basically put it all into gifts. We're not doing any donations this month, and again, that's because we have a value that we need to budget for September. So basically the $50 gift card for my dad is what we're planning on. All right, so now into necessities. So federal taxes, state taxes, Medicare, and Social Security, those things we don't have too much control over. Federal, you can go on their website and on the IRS website and make sure you're claiming the right amount of withholdings. So I keep going on every quarter and I check. So it says that we could actually be claiming, I think, 11 allowances on our taxes, but we're only claiming, I think, 8 or 9. So they are still taking out more taxes than we need to pay. So we will still get a small refund, most likely, but we're not going to get a huge refund like we've seen in the past. Arizona State as well, you can choose if you have taxes in your state. Some states don't have a state tax, which would be nice. But if you can also adjust kind of what's on there. Right now, we get about $200 to $300 back a year, so we leave it at where it's at. And then Medicare and Social Security, we don't really have much control over. This is what we're anticipating to pay in taxes. We also have family life insurance. So this is my husband's work provides them with a certain amount of life insurance and a certain amount of disability insurance, and this is extra that we're paying. So we put a little bit extra on my husband, and then we also covered myself and my children, and then Ricky's long-term disability, we added a little bit onto that. He is in construction. It's a very dangerous job, so there's a larger chance of him getting injured at work than if he were working in the office, so we really need that long-term disability insurance just in case. Okay, so these are kind of just what those are going to be. Now, some budgeting methods that use a percent-based budget, there's also one that's known as the 60% solution. So that one, you'd have your necessities or your committed expenses at 60%, including your taxes. And that's kind of another reason we started including our taxes, because we want to see, like, where is all the money really going. Our mortgage, this includes our mortgage, our homeowner's insurance, and our property tax, as well as the private mortgage insurance. So I recently did a post on my YouTube, just my community board, saying that we just saved ourselves about $900 a year on insurance. So the homeowner's insurance last year was only about $500 and something. So they were basically $43 of this was for our insurance. They just renewed it and they doubled it. It was $1,066. So what would happen is they would only continue to do the 43, and then at the end of the year we would end up owing the escrow account, owing the mortgage company like $500. And I was like, that is insane. Why on earth did they double it? You know what I mean? So we ended up switching our insurance back to Geico, who we used to be with before, and we were able to get our homeowners back down to about $667. It's not in the 500s, but it's still better than $1,000. So what this will do is we will not end up owing money in our escrow account next year, hopefully. All right, so we have $50 going to home maintenance. We do need to have our exterminator come and spray again. If you watched our declutter the garage video, we had a scorpion in the garage, so we want to make sure that we're getting that sprayed. That usually costs about $50. Groceries, we budget $12 a day, 7 days a week, so about $84 a week. So we have 4 Fridays. That's the beginning of our week. So we budget from Friday to Friday, and so we need $336 to continue with that style of budgeting, and that seems to be working out for our family. So far so good. However, my youngest, her appetite is growing, so we might need to readjust this again, so we'll see. Personal care, we're not going to end up doing anything. I did end up stocking up on a few items in August that I didn't originally plan for, so take a look at our report card and see what I'm talking about there. Household, basically within this section here, you can see our 70%. Basically, we had about $8.40 left after budgeting some of these other things at the bottom, so that's why I put in household. My husband's cell phone is $35. Our solar payment is $81. Our solar panels cancel out our electricity bill, so we do not owe anything to the electricity company. We just pay the $81 a month to the solar company. If you want to hear more about the whole solar process and basically how we cut our summer bill in half, let me know in the comments below. Say, please do a solar video, and I'll be sure to share that with you. Water, sewer, trash, I'm budgeting $60. The last couple of months, it's averaged about, it's been like 50, 52, 55, 56, something like that. On average, it was, about 60, so I'm going to do 60, and we'll see. My husband's truck payment is $369.83, so that's what we'll be paying. Gas, now because my husband switched from riding a motorcycle to driving a truck, our gas bill has increased as well. So hopefully when it starts to cool off, though, he's going to start switching between the motorcycle and the truck, so that should kind of even out. We're going to do $250, basically about $60 a week or so, something like that. Now this is our insurance that we got changed as well. So if you've watched before, last month our insurance was about $290 something. So we got it down to $224.39 by switching back to Geico. Basically, my husband's motorcycle, we had paid for the whole year with our previous insurance provider, which was about $230. And then I had been putting about $19 aside every month to rebuild up our savings, so when it came due again, we would just pay a year. So we had about $100 already saved up. And then when we switched to Geico, it was only $100 for the entire year. So what happened is I'm getting a check back from the previous, I'm getting about $90 back from the previous insurance company, which basically will cover the year that I just paid for with Geico. And then I already have $100, so I basically get to stop putting that $19 into savings because I already have the next year of our motorcycle insurance in the bank. So high five to that. Now the car and the truck insurance, we were able to lower a little bit as well. So this right here is basically just the truck and the car, which was about $275. So we've lowered that about $50 a month, which is good. So we're saving ourselves a little bit more. And the reason I felt so inclined to go ahead and switch everything, one, like I said, the homeowners, they doubled our premium, which was not okay with me. And two, I was projecting out our budget for next year, and next year we will have the cost of health insurance. So I had to find out how to lower some of our other expenses to keep our necessities in that 70%. So the first thing, pretty much the only thing I could change right now was the insurance. So I'm glad I shopped around for that. Next up we have here are basically my daughter's commission jobs. They can earn their age every week. And so my oldest can earn 32 and my youngest can earn 20. And then here is one of our values we had to budget for, and that is my husband's toolbox for work. So this is a huge one of those construction site type toolboxes, and it's going to cost about $350. So we had to make sure that we could cover that, because that is a value for my husband to have that at work. One of the reasons we got the truck was so now he can haul his tools, and also he's been having some issues with people using his tools, not asking to use them, and some of his tools have gone missing. So he needs a reliable, sturdy toolbox that people cannot break into. So that was that one. So if you can see here, basically I have the $3,526. We've told everything where to go. So now we have that zero-based budget that I'm talking about within our category that's dealing with a percent-based budget. All right, now to our debt. So I'm sure you can guess, where is it going? It's going to the mortgage. So we're going to pay that $352.64 directly to the mortgage. Our goal finishing out this year is to put a minimum of $200 towards the mortgage. Next year we want to increase it to a minimum of $300, gradually to $400, and then when the truck is paid off, that $370 will go towards the mortgage. And then, we're going to be kind of building on almost like a snowball effect with the mortgage. And then we do plan on refinancing our mortgage in 2 years, because I want to have, there's a few reasons that we want to do it. I'll probably make another video about it, but basically at that point, we can have the private mortgage insurance paid off. 2, we will have 2 years worth of tax returns for my self-employment, so that now we can actually add me on to the mortgage. I'm currently not on the mortgage or on the house, and so we want to get me on there. And then the third thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be changing from a 30-year mortgage to a 15-year mortgage, so hopefully we can cut our interest rate in half. So something I've been, working with, and that should be good to see in the future. All right, so now we have our fun categories. We have $503 to enjoy. So like I mentioned, we're investing, we're saving, we're having some fun all at the same time. And that's really what this percent-based budget and value-based budget really helps you to accomplish. So you're able to kind of do all of that together. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up all of these at the same time, and then we can take a look at them. What I have here is 167 is for eating out. Our overall food budget, we try to do 10%. So 10% would be the $503. We've already put $336 towards grocery, so the remainder of that, the $167, is what we'll use for eating out. We have our movie/event, $50. So again, this is another value-based budget that we have, is having some type of money put aside every month to do something with our daughters. So usually we do like the movies, or we might do an event or something like that. And then in the summer we had bought season passes for the water park. So now we're going to probably start heading into the movies again. Date night is another value that we added into our budget that we did not have in our budget before. It's important for us to rekindle our relationship and our marriage because, you know, my husband's so busy working. I'm so busy taking care of the girls in the house and running this channel and doing things on the side that we're not getting enough time together. So that is a big value to us. Another value we added is the YMCA, because my health, having, you know, some type of fitness in my regimen is important to me, and I actually thrive in a group environment. I've tried doing things at home, I've tried doing things with just, you know, maybe one other friend, but I really do better and I stick to it when it's a group. So that's why we did the YMCA. Plus the YMCA goes in hand with our date night, because the YMCA does parents night, and that's when we do our date night. So it kind of works out together. And then we have our Netflix, $9.83. And then another value of ours is travel. So we are saving up for our cruise vacation for December 2020. So $116.17 should be able to go into that savings account. So as you can see at the bottom, for our total budget for the month, it's a 0. So we've told every dollar where to go, and then we've budgeted a certain percent in each category, and then within each category, we've made sure to cover some of our top 5 values. I would love to hear from you guys below. What are some of your top 5 values? Are you putting them in your budget? Leave me a comment. Alright guys, so that will do it for me today. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. I typically have videos for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.